And welcome back, gamers. This is SKS for Alter Ego Life Simulation Browser Game. I will put the link to this game in the browser, but for those of you who are technological savvy, you can just Google search Alter Ego the game. I was pondered why people were sending me questions asking where to find the game when all you have to do is Google it. That's what Google is created for, but I will post it into the comments if I remember. We're in a young adulthood, and if you notice, there's a whole bunch of little emotional things here. So we'll have to see what's going on. Also, we need to get into college and a relationship, and we can shop if we get money. So let's see what we can do. You're driving in a car with a male friend. Ooh, he runs over a dog. As a woman, I'm going to cry. He seems rather insensitive about it and doesn't stop the car. Do we want to be angry or neutral? I'm going to be angry and tell him to stop the car. He tells you not to worry about a stupid dog that was running around loose. Demand that he stop the car. Tell him that your friendship is at stake. Friendship is at stake because I'm not going to be your friend if you're going to be a serial killer. He lets the car screech to the top and says, if you want to help that stupid dog, go help it and walk home. Well, I'm going to get out of the car and help the dog. Your friend drives away. You can't believe how insensitive he is. What a jerk. Well, he's not getting any punani. I don't have the money to be necessary to go through college, so we need to get a job. Let's apply for a full-time job. We're super smart, so I think we could be a lawyer. What? 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 I guess I have to get a crappy job. Let's get a creative job. Okay, maybe I can just get a part-time job. How about that? Physical labor, training for a future career. There we go. Are you shitting me? I'm not going to be able to get a job? Service delivery, maybe? Oh my god, this is terrible. How can I go to college if I don't have them? Okay, we'll keep going. Warning, this episode contains subject matter of a sexual nature. Yes. While you are walking down a deserted street, a stretch limousine screeches to a halt by the curb. A woman dressed in a long black overcoat steps out and walks quickly towards you, peering back over her shoulder through large round sunglasses. She is extremely tall, leaning over you and resting her trembling hand lightly on your arm. She speaks through a heavy accent in slow, halting speech. I am a stranger to you, but you must help me. My life and the lives of innocent others are in great jeopardy. She produces a small box addressed to someone in a nearby residential area. You must deliver this package. Please be discreet. No police. And police are involved, they will kill again. You barely realize what has happened when the woman turns, gets back in the limousine, and rolls off, leaving you with the package. Seconds later, another long black car speeds by in that direction. What the hell? I'm not going to be cooperative, and I'm not going to deliver this package. What a human being. Little do you know, you might just have passed up the opportunity of a lifetime. Or I could have got raped. That's freaky. You're walking down a poorly lit street late at night when you see a teenage boy mugging an elderly man. Well, I'm a girl, so I can't do anything. So am I going to be frightened or angry? I'm going to be angry, and I'm going to look for help. By the time you find anyone who can help, the old man has already been robbed and roughed up. He's in a state of panic and is coughing hard. The mugger has escaped. God, I'm terrible at helping people. I don't know what I can do. Can I try to get a full-time job now? Let's do health services. Oh, good God. Can I get... How much money do I need to go to college? I have $12. This is terrible. I'm a broke girl. I've got to be able to get something. Get a personal loan, pay back. Let's see. Let's try to get a part-time job. This is terrible. My life is not going well. Lately, nothing seems to be going right for you. You could say that again. Damn. SKS as a woman is just not working out. It seems as though no one understands you or cares about you. People want things from you, but give nothing in return. Life is miserable, and sometimes you don't even feel like waking up in the morning. Well, I guess I can be depressed, and we can seek some help. Everyone goes through periods like this once in a while. I'm glad you decided to turn to someone to help you get through it. Who would you like to get help from? A professional, a friend, or family member? Let's go see a professional. A professional is likely to tell you that your depression is really turned inward. It is a common response to loss, whether in the form of someone moving away or dying, or in the form of a loss of love, as in the case of someone who has rejected you. Tolerating such a loss can be difficult. You may have some sleepless nights and problems with your appetite, or feel just plain lousy. You may have to explore past relationships to discover new ways of coping with or expressing your feelings. It might take some time, but as a result, your overall life will improve. Do you think you'd like to try psychotherapy? Sure. A wise choice. Let's see, a behavioral therapist. A behavioral therapist is likely to ask you to keep close tabs on your depression by filling out charts, graphs, or other aids that will make you more aware of the depression's quantity and persistence and events that trigger it. She might ask you to practice coping statements in response to your depression. When your depression is lifted, the behavioral therapist will ask that you maintain records of your mood for a while so she can follow your progress. Good God. A little while later, you misplace your wallet, forcing you to arrive late to an important appointment. Can I write that down in my journal? Jesus Christ. This is terrible, gamers. I can't do anything right. Can I please get a part-time job now? Can we try to meet somebody? We're not in college, but we'll try that anyway. Let's meet Joseph. He's not very trustworthy. Oh, this is great. No good will come of this. Let's go on a date. Have an experience. Warning, this episode contains subject matter of a sexual nature. Yes! You're sitting with Joseph in the living room. The lights are low and the two of you are very cozy. Joseph begins to get very romantic, and you respond in kind. He explains that he would really like to make love with you, but doesn't have any birth control. What will you do? Suggest that you satisfy one another without having intercourse. Tell him to run out and get some condoms. Tell him it's okay as long as he pulls out before ejaculating. This is the one that I have lived by, but I'm a female now. Tell him you're sorry, but no. Tell him to go out and get condoms. After 35 minutes of searching, Joseph finally finds the drugstore is open late. He purchases a condom and rushes back. By this time, you have fallen asleep in the living room and do not answer the door. Joseph drives home disappointed. Aww. Poor Joseph. He's learned a valuable lesson, though. You're given the opportunity to participate in a charity fundraiser. The proceeds will be used to provide food and shelter to orphan children. If you decide to help out, even the most minimum capacity, it will take large amounts of your time and possibly your resources. We're going to be helpful and help out. In what capacity would you like to serve? Organizing a fundraiser, play a vital role, play a helping... Let's organize, because we need to do something that will help us get a job. You spend time coordinating the event, managing schedules, and taking care of public relations. This takes you away from work, I don't have a job, and your resources decline. Overall, the event was a success. Being a leader is sometimes a thankless job. In this case, you really don't get the credit you deserve. Wonderful. Can I take out a loan and then go to college? Let's borrow $5,000. Yes, I still want to borrow this. You've got it. It's been nice doing business with you. Let's enroll in college. Moderate. I should be able to go to the high one, right? You have met the qualifications for this school. You are now enrolled. Your resources will decrease by 100 every time you access the college icon. This will cover tuition and college-related costs. You will need 12 experiences to graduate. Hooray! A little while later, your dad has been under a lot of stress from his job. Lately, he comes home, sits in front of the television, and drinks what seems to be a large amount of alcohol. Eventually, he seeks treatment and must go to an alcohol rehabilitation center. He is away from the house for 2 months, but comes back a new man. Well, this is just great. Can we choose a major? Engineering, yes. You may have a need to see things as orderly and precise. This can lead to a void with the messy word of value, social and interpersonal relationships, and aesthetics. Be careful that you don't self-automate. Look what happened to me. Okay, let's have a college experience. The student government organization is gathering to hold a meeting. Are you interested in running for school office? Yes. You do not have the right combination of social skills. You are voted down early in the process. Fuck them. Let's have an experience. Joseph admits that ever so often, when the two of you are being romantic, he makes believe that you are a famous movie star. How do you feel about this? It's okay. As long as I'm getting some, I don't care. Actually, this is quite a common way for people, both men and women, to add variety to their relationships without actively seeking someone new. It's a good sign that you are open enough to accept it. Interesting. Let's have a college experience. As a way of earning extra money, a friend of yours suggests that you pose semi-nude for a Girls of Academia calendar being put on together by some business majors. The fee for doing the job is $100. Yeah, I'll pose for the calendar. You are Miss April. The work involved was practically zero. When the calendar comes out, it creates a major campus controversy. As a result, the calendar is banned from campus and the project goes bankrupt. You do not get paid. Everyone who posed for the calendar gains overnight celebrity status on campus. You are a high demand for dates. Aw, yeah. Let's have another college experience. During a college vacation break, you bump into a person who used to be good friends in high school with. She chose to skip college and find a job. Now she's married, for the second time, and has 2 children. I wonder if it was the one who got married and we had to be with her. She works part-time in a clothing factory. When you try to converse with her, she seems distant and aloof, almost resentful. Ask her what's on her mind, make small talk for a few minutes, and walk away. Let's ask her what's on her mind. She says, what would you care? Besides, you have the easy life in college now. You would never understand my worries. She's being a bitch, but we can ask her if she wants to tell you about it anyway. Your sincerity causes her to see that she has treated you in a rude fashion. She admits that her life is very difficult now. She has bills to pay and other responsibilities she wasn't really ready for. Her life is routine, and she gets little enjoyment out of her work. Seeing you sparks some envy in her, but soon your friendship is renewed. She only criticized you because she felt you might be looking down on her because she didn't go to college, a move she regrets now. Your patience brings down her defenses and motivates her to take a closer look at her life. A little while later, dun-dun, you get in a serious traffic accident. The other driver says it was your fault, but it looks like it was his fault. His insurance agency agrees with you and agrees to pay for your medical expenses and a new car in exchange for not filing suit. What the fuck? He hit me while I was on my bicycle. Oh, let's have a college experience. Uh-oh. We're in college. This episode contains subject matter of a sexual nature. Mona Lott. What will she do? There's a guy in one of your classes that seems painfully shy and out of place. He doesn't seem to have many friends and dresses in a style that is about 20 years out of date. His hair is oily and he carries a calculator in a vinyl pouch tied onto his belt loop. Nerd. One day he approaches you nervously and asks if he can borrow your class notes. He had been absent a day before. Lend him my notes, because I probably don't pay attention. He thanks you, then looks down and shuffles back to his seat. The next day in class you see him, and he returns the notebook to you. As he walks away, you notice the powerful scent of Sailor's Spice cologne lingering heavily in the air. As you flip through your notebook, you see a page with your name written on it in big letters. You turn the page, scotch taped right onto the notebook is a beautiful diamond necklace. There's a note which reads, "Thank you for lending me your notes. Best wishes, Horace." Oh, wow. Why the fuck would a guy give a diamond necklace? I'm keeping this because I'm poor. Horace is ecstatic that you would accept his gift. Shyly he asked if you would be his friend. Say, of course I will. Yes, why not? Some of your friends kid you about your new boyfriend, but it happens to be nicer than most of the creeps you have dealt with before. How is that sexual at all? That wouldn't really let me down, gamers. I'm not getting lots of opportunities to be a whore. And this is taking forever to load. Congratulations, Insight. You are wonderful. Hooray. Let's have another college experience. Warning, dong dong. This episode contains subject matter of a sexual nature. Yes. Gary Barber is an acquaintance who has taken a few of the same classes with you. Wasn't this the same guy from elementary school? He is an attractive, down-to-earth guy with gorgeous green eyes, a nice smile, and a slim, athletic body. What's his dick look like? He approaches you on campus and asks if you'd be interested in helping him decorate his apartment. He thinks it needs a classy woman's touch. We can pass or help. I think we'll go help him. During the course of the afternoon, you get to know one another very well. You work together in close quarters. The room is very small, so a lot of accidental touching and bumping occurs during the day. You aren't sure, but you think Gary is coming on to me. Not yet, but he will be. Suggest that the two of you shower off together. Ignore the signals. Oh, we're definitely going to suggest a shower. You're aggressive, but indeed classy, as Gary says. The two of you take a nice, warm, romantic shower together. I'll leave what comes after the shower to your imagination. Oh, so sad. What? 5 credits. What is it? 12 to graduate? College? So, since we have a boyfriend, let's go on a date with him. Uh-oh. Dung dung. This episode contains the subject matter of a sexual nature. Viewer discretion is advised. The more you get to know one another, the more Joseph gains access to your personal life. One day he begins to question you about your past love affairs. Oh, shit. He wants to know how many men you've been serious with. Tell him it's none of his business. Say average. Say, I haven't been serious with anyone. Say average. Average? What's average? 3 times? 4 times? How many guys have you been with? What did you let them do to you? The questions keep coming, fast and furious. When you tell him to cut it out, he accuses you of being evasive. What? The next couple of times you're romantic with one another, he refers to you as a woman of experience. Well, we're going to break it off with him right now. Whatever. Because he's being a dick. Let's have a college experience. This semester you must decide where you'd like to live now that you're in college. Live on campus in one of the dorms or live at home. We're going to live on campus. You're assigned a roommate named Bonnie Castano. Although she seems like a nice enough person, she is extremely sloppy, is prone to tearing the stereo up very loud, and spends most of her time seeking out and ingesting federally controlled substances. Oh, she's a drug addict. When you ask what her major is, she replies, "Partying! What else is there? Does she seem like someone you can live with?" No. I'm sorry, they're in a... Oh. A little while later, there's a telephone call for you. Your father has just had a heart attack. What? Oh my God, my dad is a drunk and now he's had a heart attack. He misses his little daughter. Let's have a college experience. You may apply for financial aid for college. Are you interested in doing this? No, because I took out that loan already. Good Lord, can we buy anything? I know I have money. Welcome to the wonderful world of major purchases. Blah 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 blah. Can we buy a car? Let's buy a late model used car. And we'll use cash. Aw. Well, we don't want to buy it then. Nope, I don't want to consider anything else. Let's just finish college and maybe we can get some money. You've just realized that you will never have the time to do a political science term paper that is due in 3 days. You're approached by someone with a pencil-thin mustache who would gladly sell you a term paper and guarantee at least a B. The cost is $5. What do you want to do? Buy the paper, ask the professor for an extension, try to do it anyway. I used to sell papers in college, and it was actually political science, but I would never change them a lot. I'm sure the professors caught on to it. So I'm going to ask the professor for an extension. Your professor sees that you are sincere. Your gentleness characteristics helps you get a 1-week extension on your paper. I bet I had to give him a blowjob in his office. Let's have a college experience. Your philosophy professor is delivering a lecture on an image of today's women. He describes the present generation of young women as morally weak and unable to take a stand. Probably true. He criticized them by saying they are apathetic, naive, even misanthropic, concerned with gathering resources and acquiring worldly goods, and unconcerned with the larger issues of truth, existence, and real love. How will you react to such a lecture? We could sit quietly and take notes, disagree with him, write him off as being pompous and bombastic. Let's disagree with him a little. I may be a slut, but I don't like to collect things because I don't have anything, except a bicycle. You match wits with your professor, but he outmaneuvers you with logic. The fact that it is a new generation of young women is going after material possessions more than any other before it. He points to the popularity of classified personal advertisements, which support the current notion that even true love and good relationships can be acquired like used cars. Ooh, never thought about that. Even though you lose on some minor points, you gain respect from the professor who gives you an A for the course. Ha ha! Let's see, we need to meet somebody. At school. Let's meet Rock. That sounds like a good person. I need to date a black guy. That's what that is. Moderately trustworthy. He's not very gentle. Well, that's stereotypical. He's calm. He's not very happy. Moderately confident. Moderately attractive. Da, 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 da. He takes your number but doesn't call. Well, that was great. Let's have a college experience. Warning. Doo-doo. Parental guidance is expected. Dave, a great looking male friend, has asked if you'd like to spend the night in his room. Are you ready for a night of romance? Yes. The last thing you remember before dozing peacefully off is, was it as good for you as it was for me? Then, you are awakened by a loud ring of the telephone. His parents are at the desk down the hall and they are coming right in. Panic, but try not to look Panic, but try to look natural. Panic and try to make it look like you're preparing breakfast. Try to get dressed, make the bed, and look like you've been awake for hours. Get dressed, but don't panic. Let them see you as you are. Stay in bed. Let's panic and try to make it look like you're preparing breakfast. Oh, they wonder if everyone who comes over wears their son's football shirt as attire. Hmm. Oh, you have passed through young adulthood. This may have been a time in your life when family activities took a backseat to establishing some independence. In general, your family relationships are good. Physically, you've been healthy. You've probably reached your peak physically. Any abuse you dish out to yourself now is likely to leave its mark. You have wisely chosen to stay away from drinking and drugs to a large extent. I've not really had those options. In this phase of life, you have faced several sensitive issues. This included what crowd of people to associate with and what material items bring recognition from this crowd. Somewhere along the line, you may have devoted a portion of your life towards a social cause as charity event or the Peace Corps. Your social skills are excellent. Although you do not have a steady partner at the present time, there's always the next life phase. They keep saying that, if that's what you're aiming for. You may really cherish your independence, however, that's okay too. Now regarding your emotional and personality development. How long do you think you can get away with your untrustworthy style of behavior? Are they talking about me being a whore? Even though we all have our secrets, you're doing a very good job of keeping your wilder side under control. You are quite depressed. You can be sensible and understanding. See, me being depressed is why I go out and be a whore. You are usually cool, calm, and collected. Occasionally things do not go very well. Perhaps you should try finding another job. You certainly have a good head on your shoulders. You are not only book smart, you have plenty of common sense. By the time you have been feeling a bit of pressure to achieve, get ahead, buy a house, or possibly even gasp, settle down. You've gone through quite a range of experiences already, but there's a great deal more to come. Lord have mercy. Welcome to adulthood. There's only one happiness in life, to love and be loved. Wow. Hopefully I can finish college, and we'll go from there. I have a bad credit rating. I have a bicycle and a diamond necklace. I wonder if I could sell that diamond necklace. That's crazy. Alright, so gamers, this is SKS. I'm sorry this is not getting as wild as we wanted it to, but they're just not giving me the option. So hopefully in adulthood we'll be able to settle down and do some things and figure it out. This is SKS saying, good night gamers.